So I am going to do a very serious video right now, and there's two things I want to just mention before I even get into this video. First of all, I might cry. I'm going to try really hard not to, but I'm just letting you know I might cry. And two, this video is going to have some religion in it, because I am a religious person. I am a Christian, and this story has partly to do with that. So I know some people get offended when people on YouTube mention God or whatever, and that's your belief, but I believe in God, and it has to do with the story. So I just want to make that perfectly clear before I start this video. So I have to kind of tell a story to get into this video. But I have a friend. I'll call her Patricia. I knew her from summer camp, and she was older. She was about 19, and she was a really great person. And she was just really great, and she was just so beautiful. And so I knew her from summer camp, and I was at church, and basically how I do church services is we go upstairs into this room upstairs, and we have Bible study, and then we come down, and the preacher at our church gives a little 10-minute talk or something to kind of give us a boost on Wednesday nights. I don't know if I mentioned. And so I went up to Bible class like normal, and it was something I just did every time. And then I came back down for Bible study, and I noticed everybody was kind of a little bit more somber and not so energetic or whatever you want to say. And one of my really good friends came up to me, and she's like, "Patricia, she died." I was like, I was stunned. I couldn't. It's not that I had anything against what my friend was saying. I didn't think my friend was lying necessarily, but I was just like, "What? What did you just say?" No. It's kind of the best way I can describe it is I've never had a broken bone, but when people describe it to me, they're like, when you first break your bone, you can't feel it at first, but then once it's kind of broken for a while, it starts to hurt. That's kind of what it was for me. It really kicked in. I heard everybody talking about it, and then it's really kicked in when the preacher at my church, she was like, "Yeah, you heard that our sister Patricia died, and she was only 19." And I think that's one of the other reasons why, for me, it was so hard. And I know since she was also a Christian that she moved on to a better place. She moved on to heaven, but it's still really hard. And she has two sisters that I'm really close to, and I was just always thinking about them, and that's one of the reasons why I took it so hard as well. And when he announced okay, this is official, I'm announcing this to everybody, I was in the back room crying. I was crying, and it was really, really hard for me to accept that as fact, I guess. Wow. She got into a car accident. I totally failed to mention that. She got into a car accident, and yeah, so it was not anything, she didn't have cancer where having cancer is bad, but with cancer you kind of know, and you kind of can expect it a little bit, but it was she died on the scene. And it was really, really hard because, and it took me a good 2 months probably to not break down. I remember I had ballet the day after, on Thursday morning, and I broke down in the middle of ballet class, and I just told my ballet teacher ballet teacher how I felt, and she totally understood. And I could barely dance, and I love dance. Dance is my passion, but I was so how, I don't know if any of you have ever cried to the point where you get sick, but I definitely experienced that multiple occasions. And they still have her Facebook page open, they haven't taken it down, and people write on her wall all the time, and it's really encouraging, uplifting stuff. Like one of my friends wrote on her timeline, like, you know, stuff about fireworks from heaven, and it was just like, it's really cool that she left the legacy of that behind at such a young age. And I don't know, it's something I struggle with, and the reason why I'm making this video is because this week was the 6-month anniversary, I guess, of her death, and it was just really that's why I'm making this video. And like, the thing about it is, I only knew her for like from camp, which was like a week, and like a weekend thing, like not retreat, but like just where teens get together like for a weekend at my church and study God's word. Like, I only knew her from that, but I still feel like she made such a huge impression on me. And I don't know, if you guys ever like experienced any of this, let me know, because I really feel like, I mean, another thing I wanted to mention is I went to the funeral, and like, if you recently lost somebody and they haven't had the funeral and there's a funeral coming up, I would suggest you going, at least, because for me at least, like, it really made me feel good to know that I wasn't alone in how I was feeling, and like, to see everybody else crying along with me was really, really, like, nice. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that I enjoy other people's pain, but it just was really good to know that, like, you know, you were not alone. So I would definitely recommend, it definitely depends on each individual circumstance, but it helps. It helps. It really helps. I don't think that you can really truly get over somebody completely, like, because it's like a missing part of you, like, you know, like, even if like you lose your dog, or, you know, like, but especially like a close family member, because you're never gonna physically have them there anymore, and they were a part of you, and it's okay to cry. Like, I thought I was gonna cry, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because it's not, I cry all the time about it still. But if you guys had experiences with this, please let me know in the description, or in the description, in the doobly-doo. Yeah.